good. I just played Dark Souls all day.
I cleaned.
Yeah.
She cleaned while I played a game.
I hope
The way it was meant to be.
Yeah.
Strangely enough, I was editing a H1Z1 video.
What?
H1Z1?
Yes, H1Z1.
When did you play that?
Oh, strangely enough, excuse me, I apologize. Strangely enough, this was from February of last year. Me and Jumbao, seriously, me and Jumbao, and at the beginning of the video of the footage that I have, Russ, you were saying that Esposito may be making a doubler for National Cheeseburger Day.
Wait, that was last February?
Yes.
7 months out. It was okay. All right.
7 months before we actually did it. It was predicted.
About it, then. Like, I do remember Esposito mentioning that they might make it. So I guess they had. I just didn't realize it was so far in advance. Also, I'm still thinking of last year, like 2016, because the year is so young. So for a second, I'm like, that long ago?
Wait, what? I'm so confused. When was last year?
last year was 2017 now.
Really? Okay. Straight. Wow.
Isn't it? Right? That time, huh?
My brain is like a fog today. And I don't know what year it is. I don't know where I am right now. All I know is welcome to the SnakeFistExplosion video game podcast. Woo! It started. See how that worked?
Yeah. I knew. I stayed quiet because I could tell it was coming.
You didn't have to stay quiet.
No, but I did anyway because I was letting you do. You know that
casual
moment of like. So Russ, that's how you start a lot of them. That's actually what I was waiting for.
I didn't actually know what I was going to start with. I never do. I never do know.
It works.
I could have been like, roll for initiative. You enter an empty room with a treasure chest in the middle. It's a standard treasure chest made of wood with iron clasps around the outside.
Around the outside?
I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls lately, so I strike the chest with my sword to make sure it isn't a mimic.
It is a mimic, and
oh my God,
you kill it. But it's like, why did you do this? I had treasure inside of me.
It was a good mimic?
I was gonna give it to you. I have a family. I have a family. Why?
That's not what mimics do. Mimics
Why?
eat you. Fuck you, mimic. Woo!
What? Just all mimics are the same? Is that what you're saying? All mimics?
Yeah.
Hashtag not all mimics. Yes. Today we have Russ. We have Christine.
Hello.
And we have Trajik from
Booty Booty Boo
on YouTube. It's Broken Path Gaming _Trajik.
Yeah.
This is the podcast. Welcome to the podcast. Hello. How many times did you get robbed today, Trajik?
Let me see. It is about 10 o'clock. I can say about good 14 times.
Jeez. So a pretty slow day is what you're saying.
Yeah, about average.
Trajik lives in a high crime place.
Before we were going on, I was just curious because we had some time to kill, so I looked up where Trajik lives, and the crime statistics map. He's a light red, which is just under dark red.
Yeah,
so it's not as bad as it can be, but it's not great either.
And like dark red would be like Detroit.
Right.
Or Fallujah.
Yes.
Chicago.
Which I was born.
Mm-hmm.
Since the last podcast, a lot has changed. Well, not really. Well, look, I'm in a constant state of flux these days, Russ. I'm in the wind. I'm in the wind, Russ. or Trajik or Christine.
Are you okay?
Well, I mean, yeah. But okay, so you know how I was streaming on Twitch, right?
Yeah, you were for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. It really
How
was.
great was it?
I love Twitch, but it's not YouTube, and YouTube is where we did a lot of stuff, and a lot of people hit a button that said that they wanted to know when we did more stuff, like 48,258 people,
right?
To be exact. They said, "Hey, we want more of this." And then I left and I went to Twitch and I'm like, but all I touch turns to gold, Russ.
That's you. Yeah, we were riding high.
Yeah, I can't fail.
Protuberance is a bomb.
And then somebody else followed. I gotta turn that off. I forgot to turn off the source. I just gotta follow notifications. Thanks, Jay Brown. Yeah, everything I touch turns to gold, Russ. I can't fail.
So you must have succeeded.
I didn't.
What? But
No,
you
it
can't
wasn't.
fail.
Look, it wasn't a failure, but to do what I did and try to succeed, like the goal being to succeed, is insane.
What defines success? Being able to afford to live?
Yeah, being able to afford to live. Yeah, that
makes sense.
That's insanity. And I couldn't possibly. I shouldn't have expected that. Because, well, no, I did fine. I did okay, but the reality of it is that I really need like another 3 or 4 years to build Twitch before it's anywhere near what it should have been when I just jumped into it. I have a lot of people to thank for that. Like all the people that watch on a regular basis, like they didn't care where it was. You know, they didn't care if it was on Twitch or if it was on YouTube. They didn't care. They didn't even care what game I was playing. They didn't care if I played a game at all.
Yeah.
And like what going to Twitch, like here's how. Okay, so on YouTube, you make a living in multiple ways. You make ad revenue. You can have sponsorships and super chat / donations.
Yes.
And on Twitch, at least where I was at, affiliate, you can get bits, which is like donations. You can pay for them or watch ads for them. And donations, and subscriptions, which is like sponsorship.
Yeah,
but there's no ads to be like. There's no way to make a living other than beg the people watching to give it to you. You know?
Yeah, and you're not. You've never really been the biggest fan of being that guy.
Yeah, I mean. Even on YouTube, it was still like a good portion of that was from donations, but it was less important, and it was mostly just like that just made it more possible, and you know there was I didn't need to do it. Well, I mean now I do, but you know what I mean though, like. It's like I didn't like the fact that I had to get people to do shit.
Right.
It didn't really seem fair to people watching. So I went back to YouTube, which might also be a terrible idea since I spent 4 months on Twitch.
Well,
oh god.
I don't know though, because like I mean,
I came back and killed one. Why?
Hey, it can only get better from there, right?
Why
didn't you make this decision in December?
I know.
When CPMs are the highest.
Why?
Look, it can only get better.
So, I mean, yeah, you're right. It can only get better. But I don't know, like, and and we definitely have a range of opinion about things like this because Trajik is nearing 1,000 subs.
What?
Yes, I am.
How far are you away?
I am 72.
Okay, 72 of you people listening and watching right now, go subscribe to Trajik.
Yeah.
Yeah, that exact amount. No more than that.
/Broken Path Gaming _ Trajik, spelled TRAJIK.
And if you still cannot find it by that link, what you need to do is go to the what's the title of it? National Cheeseburger Day vlog at SnakeFistExplosion.
Yeah.
And in the description,
it's there.
Is my channel.
I mean, any one of our YouTube videos, I think, has your link in it.
They all do.
That's the easy way.
Yeah.
I just posted it.
But I'm hyping up the National Cheeseburger Day video that we all did off.
Yeah, watch the Cheeseburger Day vlog. Anyways, you know what one thing I kind of learned from this whole experience is that I don't know, like some like I don't think I was overly full of myself. Like I wasn't like I'm a god because I'm a YouTuber. Like I wasn't that guy, but I think I definitely like it's easy to let it go to your head. And by starting over entirely on Twitch, like it changes your perspective of everything. And I think I'm a lot more modest now for sure.
You got humbled.
I'm humbled. Yeah, that's the one I was looking for.
You have been humbled.
It's humbling, and I think that's a good thing to have. Like when I first came back, the numbers that I was seeing on a stream, if I saw that without going to Twitch for 4 months, yeah, I'd be ready to put a gun in my mouth. but seeing it coming back, I'm like, hey, people came back. You know, I feel good about this.
But now you are getting that reality though of now there's certain games you have to play because that's the way YouTube works.
Yeah, which sucks. YouTube's not perfect, but that brings me to the title of this podcast. Become a better YouTuber. That's my goal for this year, Russ. I decided last night. This is what I want to do this year. Is I want to treat this seriously. I want to become a better YouTuber.
Would you say it's your New Year's resolution?
Yeah, I would say that.
Uh-oh, those never work.
Well, you know what my last year's New Year's resolution was?
Oh shit! What was it?
Hit 50,000 subscribers.
Oh, and we could have probably.
We could have done it, but I went to Twitch and that put a grinding halt on it. In fact, like 1 month we lost like almost 300 subscribers. They hated. Yeah, they hated that I went to Twitch. They're like, damn. Fuck you. One person even said I was a Twitch sellout. And I'm like,
well, I remember that, yeah.
And I'm like, hold on a second. So I leave my semi-successful YouTube channel to start over on Twitch.
Are you sure?
And I'm the sellout.
A payment from Twitch? Have you gotten in touch with them to make sure that maybe they're holding a check for you or something?
Wait, why? What have you heard?
Well, I mean, because if you're
are you getting paid by Mixer?
Oh, if only.
Yeah, so it's I've been brainstorming some things because like I have this feeling like 2 months from now I'm gonna be in a really bad situation.
Right.
And 2 months from now, I feel like I'm going to be like, how the fuck do I pay everything to this month?
Right.
And I hope it doesn't come to that, but it's made me really think about some things and think of like new ways how to be better at YouTube. For example, I was on Fiverr last night. Remember Fiverr?
Of course.
Fiverr?
I still go there every once in a while. I actually went there because after I told Trajik like a week ago that he needs to fix his channel up, I went there looking just to see what people were doing these days. So I know there's a lot of people who do stuff for YouTube there.
There's a lot of interesting things on Fiverr. And I think I'm about to add a new interesting thing.
Ooh.
So I started thinking and like, one of the things that it's hard to remember, like hard to keep in mind with this thing that we built is that it has value. Like this is no small number that we're at, and there is an audience in it. And I was thinking, like, why do I have to depend on YouTube? Why do I have to depend on their ad system? Like, because I'm getting fucked by YouTube's ad system.
Yeah,
like,
that is still awful compared to what it was.
Here's what I was thinking. What if I, on Fiverr, had a campaign where I could, if, let's say, you wanted to advertise on SnakeFistExplosion. Like, maybe you have a channel, or maybe you have a product, right?
Right.
And maybe for $15 at the beginning of the stream, I'll give that ad reader run a commercial or whatever. Like, why do I have to depend on YouTube's ad system? Why don't I have like direct ad marketing for whoever thinks that they can benefit from it?
I think that's a good idea, but you'd have to check the legal.
It's legal.
The legal
There's people on Fiverr I know who have like Twitter accounts that have a lot of followers.
Yeah.
Who will be like, oh, if you pay me this amount of money, I'll tweet out whatever
and
you want.
And I have seen that, and I think that's a bit iffy.
But I'm talking about
because I don't see anybody actually benefiting from that. Like, I know the effectiveness of posting a link to something on Twitter. It's like almost zero. Like, if I post it out like, hey everybody, go check out getfun.com. It's fun.
Getfun.com.
Getfun.com for all of your favorite fun. And people will be, it'd probably get 2 likes. And then I would get a really bad rating because they're like, I paid for it, but it didn't really help any. Which is like a feedback that I saw at a few of those things. Because I considered that, and I don't think it's a very good deal. You know? I wouldn't want to do that.
Those, yeah.
But like, so like if you listen to a podcast, right? Like, there's always ad reads. So they're like, meundies.com.
MeUndies, yeah.
I'm wearing them right now. MeUndies.com. Have you ever wanted, Russ?
Yeah.
Russ, Trajik, and Christine. I'm gonna pitch you some MeUndies right now.
You know what? I'm in the market for some underwear.
I actually was gonna buy a pair.
How would you feel about wearing a pair of underwear so soft that you ejaculate inside of them?
Well, then I'd have to clean them. That almost seems too comfortable.
No, you don't. Just buy new ones. They ship right to your house, Russ.
But will I come a second time?
Yes.
Oh God. I don't know.
Every time you put on a new pair, that's a fresh new ejac.
Me cummies.
All right. Is that a guarantee? And what if I don't?
That's a guarantee. And if you don't, take it up with MeUndies.com. Now, we're not sponsored by MeUndies, but if we were, like, how come, like what's the difference between a stream and a podcast? Like, why wouldn't I do an ad read in a stream? And if I did, would people be upset? That's something I have to think about too.
Well, what if, as somebody at our level, it's almost like, hey, go support this person. Because some people might be like, oh, you're selling out. But if you're like, no, these people were kind enough to help fund what you enjoy watching, and I can continue doing it. So,
I would be transparent about it for sure. Yeah. And also, I regularly watch a YouTube channel that makes YouTube videos, and he does all of his own ads.
Yeah, you can do it. Although I do believe with YouTube, if you say that you have a paid sponsorship in the video, you don't get any YouTube revenue.
Oh no, I won't get that 30 fucking cents.
Yeah,
I needed that shit to live.
Well, I don't know. See, that's the thing.
That's what I was saying.
I don't know where YouTube is at.
It's bad.
These days. I assume it's got to be bad because I remember where it was, and even then it wasn't great. But I know it's gotten worse. So
Here's the thing about...
that would work better.
Here's the thing. Every video that goes up, after a certain amount of time, it is demonetized. There's no reason. And if I request that it be not demonetized, within a few days, it's remonetized. But it's down from monetization during the entire time that people would actually be watching the video. So, like, after 2 days, nobody's watching it anymore. And they're like, oh, sorry, I meant, that's I guess this is wrong. So you can remonetize it now. It was like, thanks. Everybody already watched it. I'm fucked.
You're right. That's bullshit.
Yeah. So, like, if I ran my own ads, then fuck YouTube. I don't know how much the people charge. That's the other thing. Like, I don't know what an appropriate structuring fee would entail. Like, what if it's like an up and coming YouTuber, like they've got like, I don't know, like 5,000 subs, and they're like, maybe I could get some subscribers if I had this guy shout me out and do a thing and say, come check this person out or something. Like, what would that be worth? Is it worth $5? Is it worth $15? $100? I don't know. I really don't.
Guess you got to start out low, and then if your value increases, then you can.
I can start high, $1,000.
All we need is one person to take it.
Yep.
I think if you should reach out to places like MeUndies and like Fleshlight, that kind of thing.
Oh man, I would absolutely advertise with Fleshlight.
Fleshlight. You get a lot of fucking cash that way.
Hey, Russ, Christine, and Trajik. How would you like to stick your genitalia inside of a flashlight?
They don't make them for me.
New or used?
Well, this would be new. It would be brand new. It would come in the mail.
New? Who can afford such a thing?
Well, with these moderately priced fleshlights, it's not a flashlight, it's a fleshlight. I was gonna pitch that because I figured you wouldn't want to stick your dick in a flashlight. But
I don't.
would you ever want to have the convenience of a flashlight with the sensual pleasure of a vagina?
I mean, it sounds pretty good.
Like, if the lights are out at night. If the lights are out at night, I can stick on the flashlight and see myself getting down the stairs.
It's not a functional flashlight.
Look at a flashlight.
Wait, I don't get any light out of it? I mean...
It merely looks like a flashlight.
It would be great to have dual purpose, you know?
It would. Okay, well, I'll submit some designer notes.
I have a suggestion, too. They should make flashlights for women.
I think they call those dildos.
Yeah.
That fleshlight brand.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure
be surprised if they.
No, they don't.
What? You think that they'd sell it as a combo, and you could store one inside the other?
That's a good idea.
Connect them. Wait a minute. There's a fleshlight girls section on their website. Oh, it's modeled after various porn stars. That's the fleshlight girls. Got it.
Got it.
No. Which females are they talking? Oh, sorry. No.
Famous adult film stars. You don't need to know about that right now, Trajik. I'm sure none of the ones you watch would be associated with this company.
What are you trying to say, Russ?
You can't fit that in a flashlight.
Oh god.
I mean, how big is the flashlight we're talking about?
I mean, you could make a bigger flashlight, I guess, but that kind of defeats the purpose.
But yeah, so I mean, I've got a lot of things I want to try out, and the only way it works is with is with transparency, because for example, like I have an Amazon affiliate link, which I'm still working on because I got to make it so I gotta make an Amazon store in every country so that so I can link it. It's complicated. It's something that's going to take me like all week to do. But for example, like if I have no transparency, I could be like, I've got an Amazon affiliate link. People are like, cool. I guess. I don't, okay, cool. You do you, man. But if I told everybody, look, this is how it works. This is my scam. I've got an Amazon affiliate link. Go ahead and change. If you have a bookmark for Amazon when you go to buy stuff on Amazon, replace it with my affiliate link. That way, every time you buy something on Amazon, I get paid. Like I could, like, and if I didn't have that transparency, people would be like, why would I do this? Why would I come back to this video and click that link every time? But if I have transparency, people would understand. And if they actually wanted to, if they cared about supporting the stream, then that's something that they would do. And that'd be cool for me.
Right.
But like, I got a lot of stuff like that, like in my brain, but mostly I've been thinking about how to become a better YouTuber in general. Like where everything's at, like close to 50,000. There's no like, James Esposito said it like on Twitter. Somewhere, hold on. I think it was like last night. Let me find it. It's right. I lost it. Anyways, he was saying something like it's insane that you guys don't blow up, you know, like where we're at and like the type of quality that we push forward, like there's no reason that we wouldn't become big. And I think that's somewhat true, but I think a lot of the reasons is because I don't think like a YouTuber. I'm not thinking of, when I think about what I do, I'm not like, I'm a YouTuber, because I've never been like that.
Right. You're not going to do the things that every because there is a bit of a formula. Some people are able to do more of it than others, but there are certain things you can do to make sure that you get bigger. It doesn't work every time, but it definitely works more of the time.
I'm thinking more like, I tend to think of myself more like a streamer, and I I'm just like, well, I'll show up and I'll play video games, and then that's it. That's like, it's kind of become a bit lazy in a sense, and like I don't make videos. And that might be something that's holding me back, not making videos. I don't think any one of these streams is going to be something that skyrockets SFE to fame and fortune. Right. And that's probably why it hasn't happened yet. But if I actually made videos, that'd be a different story. And maybe like different kinds of content, like vlogs, or like real life stuff.
So is that something that are you planning on doing more of that?
Yeah.
As part of becoming a better YouTuber?
Yeah, that's part of becoming a better YouTuber.
Title drop.
Yeah, and
then go for it.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. The Minecraft series we've talked about forever would be great for that.
I have a question. I've seen a lot of YouTubers when they do the vlog thing, they'll start out like doing everything on one channel, and then they'll diversify and put all the vlogs back on a separate vlog channel, and start doing the vlogs on that. Would that be a thing you would do in the future?
I don't know.
Depending on how big the vlogs go?
I don't know. Because there is definitely like a separation of audiences. Like there's going to be some people that are like, I don't care about video games, but this guy does cool things in his vlogs. So like they might see gaming content as like just clutter, so they see that and they just ignore it, and then after they ignore enough videos, they're just like, fuck this guy, so like that could be a benefit, like having that separation. But I've also always felt that like you kind of, if you're dividing your forces, like you're dividing your potential to make something big.
I mean, not now, but I like in the future, like depending on what size you get, to sit there and say, okay, we see the numbers are different for the video games and for the vlogs, because I guess I can say from my experience that my vlogs, the National Cheeseburger Day vlogs, are doing better than my other edited videos.
They're also more hyped.
Yes.
They go there because it's part of a big thing that happened, and they want to see every angle. So it's the same thing as like when like Casey Neistat and Jesse Wells like do a big like Christmas video or something. Like people from each side that wouldn't normally watch the other one tend to go over and watch that one video, like a behind the scenes video, or like the main video. Like one will have like the main video that they make, and the other one will have the behind the scenes footage, for example.
No.
But and that's also another thing, like reaching out to other YouTubers and like actually working with other YouTubers other than the people that we already know. Like that's something that comes with becoming a better YouTuber. Is that.
Yeah. Plus, I also think you're kind of looking a little further too far down the line there, Trajik. You know what I mean? Like, oh, one day, it's like, no, let's focus on the one goal at a time.
I think it's good to look to the distant future, but there's also the here and now. That's the big thing.
Focus on what's in front of you for the moment.
Yeah,
it's about me. I just think it's consistency, because like you stream like several times each week. Saying it's Mice on my car. It's Grand Theft Auto. It's over, like this week it was Overwatch. You're still doing what's the other Dead Blessing game? Oh, you did Dead by Daylight. I mean, you're streaming 4 days out of the week, and you keep that up on a consistent basis, and you grow the audience. When you do like other projects, i.e., edited videos or vlogs or things like that, you'll see. I'm just assuming that you would see how the audience would go, because like when the channel started, SnakeFist started, it was an edited video channel, and now it streams.
And that's one thing I think about a lot, like because like there's a point when we like got hired as full-time video editors for other people that we just didn't have time to make videos anymore, and that's the reason that we decided to stream, and we've been doing that since then. And now I don't necessarily have to stream, even though like that's the reason that most people subscribed. At least 44,000 people. That's the reason that they subscribed. But throwing some of that back in there definitely wouldn't hurt. It's just like it takes time, and one thing that I'm really bad at is schedule. I don't have a schedule. Like the closest thing I have to a schedule is we're going to stream at 9:00, and that usually turns into 9:30 because you're usually doing something. And then then everybody shows up at exactly 9:30. So it's like, I got to push it back 10 minutes because we got to get ready for this thing. And everybody's like just showing up. So there's a lot of compromise to that. And also, like, 9:30 is a terrible time to start a stream. It's the worst. Because, like, half the world is asleep. Like, we used to start at, like, 8:00. Like, remember we had two streaming days way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd start at, like, 8:00 on Friday and Sunday. I don't know why we decided Friday and Sunday, but those were the days.
Well, we were busy.
Yeah. But that also goes back to something that somebody asked me some other time. Fuck, I should have copied these down. But they wanted me to do like more midday streams, and because there's like a lot of people that would watch during those times that just they're not in the right time zone, so they have to watch the replay after. And I think I do want to do more of that as well. It's just like I want to make sure that people know that I plan, like because I'll do it and then everybody will show up and be like, "Whoa, why is it so early? What's happening? I don't get it."
Yeah.
I didn't know this was happening. You know, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. But not only that, but like I need to schedule time to like if I'm going to like make videos, I should just schedule time to do that. Like instead of just trying to muster the motivation, just be like, this is the time when I sit in my chair in front of my computer and then things happen.
Right. True.
Like I have to start treating this like a full-time thing. I mean, even though I do, but like I think a lot of my time's wasted. Like
what are you doing with that time?
I'm inefficient with my efforts. Like I'm doing everything stupid, Russ. I'm just fucking stupid. Like I'm just like throwing shit at the wall, and I got no plan. I got no plan, Russ.
Well, if you want to become a better YouTuber, then I'd say you gotta make a plan and stick with it.
I think,
which is obvious, but you gotta. It's just a matter of doing it.
Yeah.
Until you do the obvious, you're gonna keep getting obvious advice.
You've worked with a lot of real YouTubers.
Yeah.
Have they imparted any lessons on you about?
Nothing that isn't what we already know. I mean, the only difference is that they're doing it and following through and treating it like a job, like a full-time job. Sometimes more than a full-time job.
Yeah.
Where they're just, so it's just a matter of actually doing the things that they talk about.
But what are the secrets? What's the magic thing that makes them succeed that I don't know, Russ?
Family friendliness.
Fuck
Can you
that.
do that?
That probably doesn't help very much.
It would help considerably, which kind of sucks.
No, I mean the fact that I'm not.
No, that's what I mean. It does suck that because it would actually probably help. But I don't know. It's a lot of the YouTubers I've known. They tend to look at it almost like dumb luck. Even if I can look at them and be like, no, clearly they're better. Like they have a talent for this. They kind of look at themselves like, nah, just worked out. Like people like watch it. Like a lot of them. Very few people seem like they became successful because they were like, I want to be a successful entertainer.
Yeah.
They just wanted to play video games and people ended up liking them do it, like watching them do it. And it's so in their minds, they're almost like,
so
I don't know.
Too. Yeah.
Like they kind of look at themselves too much like as if they didn't do something special.
There's no handbook, No. Like nobody tells you what the right thing. Well, I mean, like a lot of people know the difference between right and wrong things to do when it comes to this. But we're especially right now, we're seeing that there's blurred lines and not everybody has the same compass. Like fucking Logan Paul.
Why did you even bring him up?
Because it scares me. Because fucking we just got through the PewDiePie shit.
It's true. That PewDiePie thing really fucked so many people up.
If you don't know what the PewDiePie thing is, it started off with the Wall Street Journal like doing a smear campaign on him and like taking things out of context, and then he's like, "Hey, that's not fair," and they're like, "Too bad," and then like they got some other videos that were like like ISIS beheadings and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, look at this Coca-Cola ad on this."
One of which they lied. They photoshopped.
Yeah. I think they were all lies, but
yeah.
But then like it was further impacted by like a few months later after some of the dust settled, like PewDiePie drops an N-bomb on stream. It's like, what the fuck, PewDiePie? Come on, man! Like why? Just why did you have to do this? Why did you fuck us, PewDiePie? we were just at the point where everybody was like, yeah, that Wall Street Journal, they get it all wrong. You know, everybody.
Most people who are in that position think of themselves as respectable, and as if YouTube is some sort of lower form of entertainment.
Yeah. Even
though you can't just boil YouTube down to one type of thing because there's so many different things on it, but they want to treat it all like, oh, you're big on YouTube. Oh, okay. Like they have preconceived notion of what that means about you. So when the biggest one does something like that, yeah, everybody gets lumped in, and YouTube themselves doesn't want people like PewDiePie to be famous. But they were happy to take advantage of it for long enough. Yeah, obviously, you know. But
they wanted somebody they could control, which is where we found ourselves now. They wanted like a Disney star to be the biggest person on YouTube.
And look what happened with their Disney stars.
And it's like right as the dust was settling, they're like the advertisers were coming back. People weren't as crazy about the adpocalypse anymore. The algorithm that was flagging videos was tweaked a little bit so that it was a little bit more fair.
Yep.
And then fucking Logan Paul goes and films a dead body and laughs about it. Just goes to a. It's like, that guy hung himself.
Oh my god, that just happened.
Hilarious. And now, like, not only is it like the mainstream people, but even people on YouTube are like, you gotta do something about this. And I'm like, no, please don't do anything about this. Please don't do it. They're gonna fuck it up even more. We can't. I won't survive this.
What's the? I mean, has anything happened as far as ad revenue on this? Because I haven't heard anything yet. Okay, because he did get punished, I think, correctly. I think what happened with PewDiePie is PewDiePie had everything taken from him and then continued to do stuff. So it's like, what more? You know, it kind of kept getting worse and worse. At least
nothing happened to Logan Paul. Nothing happened to Logan Paul.
They punished him. Logan Paul. No. They took away stuff. Deals and stuff that he had.
No. The deals left Logan Paul.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with YouTube. He already made thousands of dollars off of that video and off the 2 fucking apologies he did. So he got over on this shit.
Really good apologies, by the way.
And then he got more subscribers after the controversy. How he been punished?
That's just how it is.
That's just notoriety.
Yeah, that's just how it works. But at the same time, like, I mean, that's fleeting. Those subscribers are there because they're waiting for the other shoe to drop. They want to be there and watch it when it happens.
They want to watch the world burn.
They don't want to see his next challenge video. Yeah, they're not gonna buy his Maverick t-shirts. Maverick's the name of his bird. He has a silhouette of his bird. And put it on a whole bunch of shit, and now he sells that, and then people fucking buy
it. Yeah, somebody stole that, and we saw that in New Jersey.
Well, no, that's Team 10. That's Jake Paul.
Oh, I don't. These people.
He's his own type. He's his own level of stupid.
But yeah, I mean, everybody's like, you got to do something about it. And it's like, don't you understand? They're not going to do something about Logan Paul. They're going to do something about YouTube as a platform. And I really just wish that, like what I was talking about earlier, like, what if we could manage our own ad deals? What if we only played ads for things that we agreed to play ads for, and vice versa? Like, instead of punishing YouTube as a whole, advertisers would just pull their advertisements from Logan Paul. Logan Paul just would not make money anymore because people are like, you're a loose cannon, man. We can't trust you with our ads.
Mm-hmm. Having YouTubers be in control of the advertisers they want on their channel? No, YouTube would never allow that. Because they have to get the majority of the money coming out, and people would go after that porn money like it's nothing in the world, and that's coming from a guy who has booty in every thumbnail. you think me and Mix-a-Lot would not be getting along? Like, here's Mix-a-Lot's next album, baby got back 15.
I mean, I think that's a good thing. See, because as the content creator, you'd be able to decide, like, you know your audience.
Yes.
They're not gonna buy fucking Tide. Like, why would Tide advertise on your channel? Like, they're not getting anything from that. You don't do videos about how to wash clothes with Tide.
But if he did, he would make a shit ton of money from it.
But if Sir Mix-a-Lot was like, hey, I want to run my ads on your channel, and what if it was just a checkbox you had to check, and you're like, I like this, and then Sir Mix-a-Lot's like, I like this too, and then you get like exclusively you're advertising for Sir Mix-a-Lot, and everybody's like, I'm here for the booty anyway, so this is perfect. I'm gonna buy that album. I know about that album because this represents my demographic.
Like this is an actual. Well, how can I put it? This is what I want. Is exactly what you're talking about, because this is why I stream and do video games now. Because on my previous channel, Broken Path Production, it was nothing but toy reviews. It was nothing but toy reviews and stop motion. That was the whole entire channel. And I'm thinking, I'm getting no traction here. I've been doing this for over a year. I've only had 60 some odd people. I still got the same 60 odd people that would want more content. But I'm like, when Christmas time comes around, I'm supposed to have Toys R Us advertising all over my channel. I'm like, and why aren't they? If I'm doing nothing but their fucking toys.
How do you know that they're not?
They're not, because what some people don't know about YouTube is, like, on Broken Path Gaming, I need 10,000 views.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need 10,000 views, and 10,000 views on all my videos in order to have any.
Wait, on all your no.
Yes.
No.
Total. 10,000
total. Yeah. I thought you meant
total.
like on each video. I'm like,
no,
we don't have that.
No, but total to start getting, monetized. And it takes time to, build an audience. I'm able to build a bigger audience in gaming than I am do toys.
Right.
It takes me $50 to buy a game. It would Steam on average $30 a game. I can play that 28 times and make revenue off each of those videos. But when it comes to Broken Path Production, if I buy any toy, I'm losing money until the entire channel it generates something.
Yeah, but have you seen some of the top toy channels though?
Yeah,
it's
I'm like 50 years too old.
Yeah.
Kids just want to see toys. That's it. Like that's the entire
You know how
everything.
angry I am that I didn't think of it first? Those blind box opening toys. Like, they make so many views. And it's just a person buying... They call it blind boxes or blind bags, where there's like a little toy, like Walking Dead or Buffy or any kind of franchise, but you don't know what's inside. So, like, it's a surprise. And they make millions of fucking views.
Yeah.
It's like... All I'd have to do is go to Barnes & Noble, buy a bunch of shit, and do it, but it's been done too much now. No,
there's no such thing as done too much. The more it's done, the more people want it. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, they'll be like, I would do this, but there's an oversaturation. But I think on YouTube there's no such thing. When it comes down to that, it's just a matter of like. It's just a matter of standing out at that point, and you can do that through SEO and thumbnails and titles and shit like that. But like the idea that it has to be original to be successful is actually couldn't be further from the truth, because if it's original, then nobody's looking for it. If it's something that's been done to death, everyone's looking for it.
Yeah.
I just would rather. I wish it wasn't that way.
It's search volume versus demand.
Yeah.
And I've got tools to measure stuff like this. So like every time I put a tag or something in a title, I weigh it against the ratio of search volume versus search demand. And if there's low search volume but high search demand, like that's a perfect combination. but it's rarely so simple. Usually a high search volume is indicative of high search demand. It's and it's like just a balancing act. And as long as there's a high search demand, then it doesn't matter how many people make the same exact video. People will find you. It's kind of nuts to think about, because I remember like as a kid, like the idea was like if you became like an entrepreneur and you invented something, being original was what would make you successful. Like if you invented the pet rock, nobody thought of selling rocks before that.
Yeah.
But the reality is that you want to be the person who sells the rock that has the better rock name than the first person who sold the rock. And that's what YouTube is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why our most successful videos are GTA videos. And you know how many fucking GTA videos there are out there? It's insane. It's YouTube is half GTA. Half the videos on YouTube are GTA. It's to the point where like people make GTA in real life videos where like it's like, oh, but it's I'm at the pier, but I'm in GTA. Oh, it looks just like it. That's crazy, right? And it's like, this is a vlog. you're just in Santa Monica. and people continue to do it because it continues to be the highest demanded thing, and it has the most amount of competition. But it doesn't matter, because the more people watch it, the more people want to watch it. So there
you go.
Yeah. Yep. But like on the other hand, you know, we've been like the only people to play certain games. Like what was that one? Crazy Pixel Streaker?
Oh yeah, God, I forgot
like,
about
who
that.
The fuck has made a video about Crazy Pixel Streaker? And
nobody, and for good reason. It wasn't great.
Yeah. I mean, it was fun for about 10 minutes. I don't even remember what that game was about. But they're like, hey, can you check out this game for us? And we played it with Hike. And I don't think anybody's searched for it since then.
I'm trying to see if there's been any updates.
We're probably the top result. Hold on. I want to check too. Hold on. Let me.
Oh, come on. Other people must have played the game.
Maybe the developers? Crazy Pixel Streaker. Let's see. Actually, a lot of people have played it.
I was gonna say. That's what I figured.
We gotta be.
Where are we?
Oh, Hike.
Hey, there's Hike.
Yeah, there's Hike. Did
we stream it also? I thought we just played with him.
Maybe we did. I don't know.
In which case, his should be higher because he's got way more views than everybody else.
Yeah. But I don't know. Dude, his tags are horrendous.
Who, Hike?
Yeah, look at the... I don't know if you can see him, but he's got like 7 tags.
Yeah, well, that was for a while. Here's the thing, though. For a while, there was a time where it was like, the tags don't matter anymore, and now they do again.
Yeah.
But there was a time where they didn't really matter as much, but that was just them changing all their shit around. That's probably from that time.
Yeah. But I mean, just the same. Like we always did tags just because you don't know when they're going to change it, and all of a sudden this shit matters. But yeah, nobody's searching YouTube for a Crazy Pixel Streaker. Let's see. Hold on. Competition is 0. And search volume is 0. Nobody's searching for it. We're the only people to search for it ever. And also nobody's making it. This was 2 years ago. The most recent video was from 1 year ago, and that's rounding. That was probably 1.5 years ago. Like, nobody's made anything since then. So like So like being original doesn't help in that case, because like, I mean, if people were making crazy pixel streaker videos every single day, then that search volume would be higher. Like there'd be more interest, even though it's not a game that's actually interesting. It's just like, oh, I watched Jacksepticeye play it 20 times. He did a 20 episode series of it. I need more of that. And that's it.
He's good.
Yeah. What does Jacksepticeye do differently from me?
Well, okay, you know that energy he brings?
Oh, fuck. Let's not bring energy into this.
And the fact that he appeals to children.
Damn it.
And he has colorful hair.
Shit.
And he's not overweight.
God damn it.
As far as we know. Oh. I know. There's all these things that we just don't tick.
I don't check any of those boxes. Well, I mean, if I got to 50,000 subscribers, Russ, I would have colorful hair, because at 50,000 subscribers, I'm going to have a pink mohawk.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I feel like this should have happened earlier, but I'm glad it's going to finally happen.
Yeah, well, you know.
I remember you cut your hair the one time for something like this, and I think there was talk of you dyeing it, and then you never did.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know. I can't remember anything. The long and short, Russ, is I need to try, because I don't think I've been trying as much as I could have been trying.
I get it.
I think I've been riding on what has worked up to this point, and I don't think it's going to continue to work unless I put in some actual work.
Okay, so what are you going to do now? What's your new schedule?
Okay,
let's make it right now.
All right.
I'm going to type this up.
There's the regular nighttime streams, right?
Regular nighttime streams.
You got all that? Okay.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'd like it if it was, earlier, but we got to work with everybody's schedule. So it is when it is, which I guess is 9:40. No, 9:30. I can't tell you it's 9:40 because
it can be earlier.
Then everybody shows up at 9:40.
How about this? How about you make it earlier, and if people don't show up, they aren't a part of it.
Yeah.
I can show up.
Yeah.
Or people could show up later,
Man, how much earlier? I don't even know.
8 o'clock was a good time.
I like 8 o'clock. So 8 o'clock. That's when we're streaming.
You also have to make sure. Then I think one of the reasons why they kept getting later is because we kept going later. So it's like if we always tended to end around the same time.
Yeah.
But if we started earlier, it's not like we would end earlier. We would just go longer. And if we had a set amount of time, now lately we've seemed to do like 2 to 3 hours and keep it at that. I have like an internal clock that just like once I hit like the 3 hour mark, I'm like, this is getting really long. Yeah. And as long as we can keep to that, then it's fine. Because it used to be we go on at 8 and then we just end up doing a 5-hour stream.
Yeah. Which isn't a terrible thing.
I guess, but it wears on you.
It does, yeah.
And then it makes it harder to show up for the next one or have the energy for the next one.
Well, I don't know, Russ. I'm a professional, so.
Are you?
So I don't feel the strain. I would like to make regular videos. I'm not talking like every day, but like at least once a week. So I got to figure out a day that I have to record something and a day that I have to edit it.
Why don't we take a page out of Sunday's book?
Okay.
And we record.
I didn't know he had a book.
Okay. Proverbial book. Not a real one, not a literal book.
Proverbs 3:16.
Yes.
Open your book. Book of Sunday. Proverbs 3:16.
We know we're going to record ahead of time. We just record it. Then you take the footage, edit it. You don't have to do anything super fancy.
Amen.
And you can put it out there.
See, I was doing like a church thing there.
Now pass that plate around.
Pass the plate.
Yeah, in the Church of Booty.
So what if it was? What if it was Wednesday?
You want to record on Wednesdays?
Yeah, why not?
Or post on Wednesdays? Okay. No, so I'm asking. I wanted to make sure see which one.
Record on Wednesday.
Okay, record Minecraft. That's another thing.
Okay.
We need to be doing games that people will watch. And Minecraft, by the way, if we started doing it on a regular basis, you know, now I have enough people who play Minecraft who might be like, hey, go check it out.
And then I would edit it on Thursday, and then it would post on Friday. That sounds
edit
reasonable, huh?
Friday post. There you go. Yeah. I think that can be done.
I think that's doable. Why not? Oh man, and I mean it doesn't necessarily have to be a game either. Like I've got a Q&A video that I want to record. It's just that like I was going to do it last week or whenever that was, and I didn't have any water, and I was just in no mood to do anything. I was if I wasn't on the stream, I was fuming about not having water. Which I guess is an excuse, but you know, it was a really good excuse, to be fair.
Water is important.
Yeah. I'd also like to play GTA more often.
I know. And I'm fine with this.
Okay. Well, I think that's a good start.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think now it's just a matter of doing it.
How do you What about on your end, Russ, the mixer end? Like have you thought about how Mixer's going?
Not especially. I
guess. Do you have any goals?
No, I don't actually. With Mixer, because it was part of my. For me, it was an escape because I wasn't enjoying myself so much with the streaming back in the day. So that's part of why I sort of, you know, I mean, it would have been nice. Mixer seemed like the up and coming thing at the time.
Yeah,
it would have been great if it's had gone somewhere. But now clearly Mixer has settled in and is comfortable being the number 3 streaming platform. So no, I have no. 3? What's that?
We're number 3. We're number 3. We're number 3.
Yeah,
but you have some other things going on that you're excited about.
Well, I was really excited to start doing stuff over on Hey Killer, and I sort of got slowed down with everything that happened in November, and then the number, you know, it kind of just pushed into December, and it was just sort of a downer of a time. And then I got sick, and then Sunday stopped recording, and all of a sudden it's just like shit. This is what happens every time. When I get excited about future plans, it's because in my head I go, okay, things are stable. And that's when I say I'm going to do this and that, because I have it in my head, an expectation that things are going to be relatively stable for a certain amount of time. And then I'll be like, all right, I'm going to do this. And then all of a sudden everything gets incredibly unstable, especially now with the sort of, you know, like uncertainty regarding when I'll be editing again.
Yeah.
So then instead, it makes it very difficult for me to then focus on the plans I have for when things aren't.
You've gotten
things are steady.
You've gotten your balloon deflated a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a scary situation. If what can you say about it for people who are like, what the fuck is Russ talking about?
Well, okay. I mean, I could say basically what's out there, which is all I know anyway, which is that so right around Christmas, I stopped getting footage from Sunday to edit, and I was concerned. I thought I didn't know what was going on. And he put the video up, and it's all out there. He had issues regarding. He had family issues that came down to he was putting so much time into YouTube that he was neglecting things on his personal end, and he admits it. And he's so it's not like I'm not outing anything. It's all in his video that he posted on his channel. He admits that he's the the incorrect party and everything, and he is now taking the time to work on his personal life, and that's fine. And again, it could be that he's out for a month, it could be he's out for a few months, but it's that uncertainty that leaves me in this
or
place
that he quits forever.
No, he's not going to quit forever. That's one thing in my, I mean, not saying it can't happen, but from everybody that I've talked to, including Sunday himself, I expect him to be back eventually.
Okay.
So, and when he does, I'll feel better. But at the moment, I'm not too concerned, but it's just uncertain enough that I feel like it keeps me from being able to focus on the things I want to focus on.
I see. Yeah. I mean,
it's like, okay, when I was with Indie Mogul, I remember I had plans. I wanted to do a series and everything, but once that got taken away and all of a sudden I didn't have a steady income, all these plans I had for the short films I wanted to do and a series I wanted to do just went on hold.
You wanted me to make a bunch of virtual sets for the series you wanted to make.
Yeah, I remember it was going to be fun. And then it got taken away, and then it becomes very hard to work on. And it's like, then I did have time. It was like editing the short films and stuff. It's like I have the time, but that uncertainty just makes it so it's like I'm not good when things are unstable. I can't either. Focus. I can't focus on shit.
I think that's why I don't focus more on YouTube, is because, like, you know, sometimes I feel like I'm destined for failure, and maybe if I don't try too hard, I have a good excuse for not succeeding.
Yeah, okay.
Like, if I put everything I had into doing YouTube and it still went nowhere, then what?
You know what? I hadn't really thought about it in those terms, but you may be right about that. Like, even on my end.
Like, you know, I have kind of a lazy approach, which is you know, just doing the same thing I've been doing for years. You know, wake up, stream, go back to sleep. You know, that's my life. And it's like, you know, if I keep going at it that way, then, you know, what I risk nothing. I don't risk putting too much of myself into something.
That's a good point.
Won't you regret it?
Yeah.
Later?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's
it's not a good thing.
Yeah, I'm full of regrets.
But it is a scary thought. It is a scary thought to be like, I gave it everything and I failed. So I get that.
But you know what, though? I'd rather give it everything and I fail, and knowing I gave it my all, rather than half-assing it my whole life.
Well, it's not a conscious decision. I think, in my mind, I think I'm trying really hard. But I think when I look back on it, I'm like, I could have done more.
That's also, I think, because I get that too. I think that's a lot like depression talking.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's definitely a part of it.
I'm pretty depressed.
Yeah, we are. Well, clinical depression. Everyone does pretty much nowadays anyway.
I mean, that's
with everything going on. Yeah. I mean, it would be hard not to.
I mean, it's kind of something my mom mentioned, but I'm like, you don't know what I've done, Mom. And then I think about it, I'm like, there might be some truth to this.
Yeah, I get similar things from my mom. Yeah. Luckily, I always I have the advantage of, like, when I was with Indie Mogul and also with Hike, I did enough cool things, like the Korea trip.
Yeah,
and like
Hawaii,
like, so, like, that's the one thing I have over my mom that, you know, where I'll just be like, well, you know, I did go to Korea that one time, and she'd be like, well, okay, you're right. And I wouldn't have gone to Korea in 2013 which is, you know, now 5 years ago. I wouldn't have done that.
God, that was 5 years ago.
Well, okay, it's 4 years and like 2 months, but
yeah. Oh, where's my gun?
I know.
Jesus.
It's crazy. It's crazy how time passes so fast.
It's not fair.
No?
I used to be a young man.
We did still have an apartment then. It's true. And that's the thing. Like,
I remember going to work that whole week and missing you, and I'm like, he's in Korea.
Yeah, and I had that one time I was able to kind of get my internet working to talk to you. It was the day there. It was night for me. You know, that's the other thing we have that always, like, every day I'm just reminded of the fact that, like, that's where I always feel like a huge failure, just because, like, we don't have our own home. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, but it's no help from me because of all my medical stuff. You know what I mean?
But, I mean,
we wouldn't be in this
we're working on.
You know,
but
Christine's
my
right. This is all her fault.
It's all Christine's fault.
But
I understand that's got to
rationally
be a thing on you too. Yeah.
But I know rationally, I know it's not my fault. But in my head, every single day, there's a voice in my head going, what the fuck? Are you fucking serious? You're a fucking loser.
And
why don't you get the fuck up and get a job and stick with it like you always did? And it just is this like looping thing. And then it's like, well, all right, I didn't choose to have these things, but.
Yeah, but at least there's a potential light at the end of the tunnel with that.
And people who don't know, Christine, you have fibromyalgia and a number of
rheumatoid arthritis, Sjogren's, narcolepsy.
That's
why Christine uses controllers on keyboard and mouse games.
No, because I like though.
Yeah, but I mean that's somewhat influenced by like arthritis and stuff, right?
No, not that really.
She's just a console gamer. She's never been a PC gamer until recently. She's just a console person.
Okay.
It's just what my hands are used to. I'm used to that grip of the controller.
Yeah, maybe we should just do console games.
Get a PS4.
Yeah, okay. I'll just
with that money you have
skip rent.
Yeah.
My rent costs as much as a PS4.
No, you could finally call your landlord.
Yeah.
And just say, I already paid you.
I paid you what I think I owe you, which is nothing.
Don't you remember?
You should email him and say just say call me with no phone number.
Call me.
Number blocked.
Go to Stewart's and ask to use their phone.
They have a payphone at Stewart's.
A payphone?
Stewart's is the one store in my town, the gas station in my town. Yeah, the only reason that I even know that they have a payphone inside the store, and the only reason that I know that is because I remember an Amish guy using it. And I was in there and I saw the Amish guy over by the phone. And I'm like, hey, they got a payphone in here.
The Amish guy using the phone wasn't the thing that struck you. It was the payphone.
No, they're allowed to use phones. They just don't have them in their house.
No, they're not supposed to use no electricity. A phone uses electricity.
You don't know about Amish.
Yeah, Trajik. They actually are pretty lenient about that stuff. Yeah. Like they allow it. They look at
Mennonites.
Yeah, they look at it as like, okay, we understand that certain things just need to be used sometimes.
An Amish family came to my dad's house once, and they asked if they could tap his maple trees in his front yard for syrup. He's like, yeah, sure, why not? You know, and he saw them come by on their in their stagecoach, you know, their buggy. And he was expecting that. He was like, this will be an experience. I want to see how they do it. And then he was expecting them to pull out some like hand cranks and shit to like drill this tree, and like some like wax plugs to funnel the sap into a wooden bucket or something. And all of a sudden he just hears like boom, boom, as they're pulling out this chainsaw looking machine that has a drill bit on it. And he's like, wait a second. I thought they were supposed to use hand tools, but like they've got like, they're more lenient about stuff like that than a lot of people.
They're not that strict.
Yeah.
So they shade tree Amish is what you're telling me.
I think there are different real types
Amish.
Of Amish.
It's just you know.
There's a lot more to being Amish than just that. Like,
I think there's different types of Amish too. Like, you know how like within like Judaism, there's like Orthodox, Hasidic. Like,
true,
I think there's different like. I think there might be some Amish that are more strict about things,
and there are. I think the limitation is that they don't have electricity or anything in their homes. Like they don't have it for comfort. But there's some things that they agree that they can't function in modern society without. So like, while they do travel with by horse and buggy, they do have like a van, you know, just in case they need to go like really long distances or in the event of an emergency.
Yeah.
So you have your standard Amish and you have your iAmish by Apple. Is that
a little bit. Like they won't have cell phones. They won't have cell phones, but they do have like a landline phone in their house because I mean, like, what happens if your barn catches fire, or Jebediah has a heart attack? You know, like you gotta.
Oh no!
You gotta make emergency phone calls.
Well, so they got a fucking defibrillator and everything's written in Yiddish. Is that what you're telling me?
They don't.
Yiddish.
They don't show up in an Amish ambulance. It's a regular ambulance.
It's a horse with.
You're thinking of like Hasidics.
Yeah, Hasidic.
Yeah, they're not Jewish.
They're not Jewish.
They read and understand English.
No, what? Okay. No, it's like no. Like what some people don't know is like earlier this week, Hike sent out a tweet about his ad revenue, and I sent out, well, I'm trying to get AmishBooty.com to advertise on my channel.
Amish booty?
So
AmishBooty.com.
Have you purveyed this website?
It's an actual website. I was just kidding. What?
I don't know. You're the one who brought it up.
I looked. It doesn't exist.
Okay. I was going to ask you if you've been there and see what your take on it was. The booty of the week.
It's just a Amish. It's like a young Amish girl churning butter.
Oh my god! I looked up Amish booty. First off, one thing did come up that said
booty.
it says our Amish booty too, but it's actually talking about. I guess they went to like a farmer's market and they're referring to like their haul from like what they got there.
I'm not looking there. Yeah, it's a YouTube video. The description says Nancy is 6'9" and looking for a prom date.
There also is some porn sites that seem to have something about Amish.
X videos search.
Oh my goodness! Don't pull that
Amish
up.
big booty slut.
Don't pull it up. I just did. I wish I hadn't. Although Trajik, you might be all right with that.
Yeah.
Trajik, if you want to look up Amish big booty slut, go for it. You may actually. That may be your kind of thing.
You know it's going in the thumbnail, right? If I see this, it's going in the thumbnail.
No, you couldn't.
I will.
No, it gets serious.
It gets tossy.
Oh man,
no, it's going in.
But going back to what I was saying a lot earlier, what if you did want to advertise for Amish Booty? You could contact the people at Amish Booty, and they're like, yeah, let's do a thing, and then you'd set a price. And it's like, this is what I require for an ad read, and then right before your stream, you'd be like, all right, this stream is brought to you by AmishBooty.com. How do you feel about the Amish or booty? If you like booty and Amish, then you might want to check out Amish Booty.
Yeah.
the low tech, high faith website for all of your Amish needs for booty.
All you.
Are you tired of churning your butter to non-Amish websites?
Yeah, you have to do the right, Danger.
Grab the handle and start pumping to AmishBooty.com.
Or it could be an escort service, like a horse and buggy pulls up and like an Amish person jumps off.
Danger, you have to do it right. Are you tired of looking at all the Yankee booty? Come on down to AmishBooty.com. You get the fairest of maidens.
Now they're Renaissance era people.
That is how they talk. No, it is.
And Big Daddy Jeb comes by on his his gray buggy.
Big Daddy Jeb.
And he's like, oh, Marthiana, you better get that money, or else
have my money,
or else thou will taste the wicker branch behind thine shed. They do throw the thous and thines out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they speak Old English.
Better have thou money. Amish better have thou money.
Now pay up, English, or else I'll get the boys down here, and ye will be in a spot of trouble.
Yeah.
You know that reality TV show, Amish Mafia?
I've heard of it.
It's all fake. But you know what's really
thought so,
fucked up? My sister invented that shit.
What? The Amish Mafia?
Yeah, in her first year of art school, she drew a portrait of an Amish family, but then also drew in like Tommy guns and shit, and made them like 1920s gangsters.
Uh-huh.
And then like a year later, Amish Mafia comes out.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, she invented that shit.
Do you remember? Okay, probably not. This is going back to probably maybe 2003. There was a reality show on UPN called Amish in the City. Do you remember Amish in the City? Okay. This is still in the relatively early days when not everything was a reality show. So it's like, that sounds okay. 2004, that's when it was. Like, all right, that sounds interesting. And I watched it. It was great. But they took actual, not fake Amish people. They took actual Amish people during their Rumspringa.
Yeah.
And filmed it and took them around so they could actually see like more shit. They took them to the city. I can't remember what city they did it in, but it was like a bigger city, and they took them to many different things like parties and shit like that. And there was this one guy named Mose who was like the nerdiest, like most Amish seeming guy ever, and he became like a minor celebrity for a short time, making like the talk show rounds. He was great.
Yeah.
I spoke everything like this, very serious, but people loved watching him like drink and shit.
Was Mose short for Moses?
I don't know. Actually, I don't remember. It's been a while. I'd love to see that show again because it was actually not too bad.
Yeah, we need Panda here with his Amish voice.
Yeah, Panda does a good
Panda
Amish
said
voice.
he was watching Star Wars with his dad, but he might jump in later. I don't know if he's around or not. But
Wow.
Yeah, he does a really good Amish voice, that's for sure. Oh, man. Come on down to Amish Booty if you want to see hotties on their Rumspringa. they get nasty and crazy on Rumspringa.
Could that be the voiceover, just you saying it like that?
Yeah. Look, I mean, this is my ad read. AmishBooty.com. The podcast is brought to you by AmishBooty.com. The number one porn site for young Amish men on Rumspringa who are allowed to look at the internet and masturbate to it. And comprised of ladies who are also on Rumspringa and for some reason felt like being on a porn website. Come on down. Churn that butter. Churn it good. Just stick the plunger in and then move it up and down until butter comes out.
You gotta do a sexy voice.
Make that cheese cut hot now. Make that cheese cut hot.
Oh man,
cheese does not come out of a butter churn.
I don't know what that is.
If you want your butter churned.
Sexy Amish ladies. Milking those cows. Gallons of milk. So much milk. Milk. Milking it.
You want to get milked off?
Yeah, they call it milking off.
Oh God.
First they milk you off, and then they get you to churning it. They churn it into butter.
You get jizz butter? Is that your they make it for you on your way out?
Yeah. fresh butter.
Or
it's delicious. on homemade bread. It's great.
Make a facial cream out of it.
Oh man, if you've never had Amish bread,
You've never had Amish bread?
You gotta have some Amish bread.
Yeah, Amish food's great.
Oh my god, yes.
There used to be down the street from where my dad lives. It used to be a very rural area. It's not anymore, but when it was, there was a Amish market like down the street. Shit was delicious. Everything you got there.
Was it a market or a restaurant? What was it?
No, it was a market. It was like a store. They bust them in. They would go there. They'd make their food, and they'd serve you the food, which was also kind of cool.
Yeah, I've
Amish.
I've been to a place like that when I was like really young. It was like an all-you-can-eat buffet, but it was an Amish restaurant, and like I was in like 5th or 6th grade, so like I hadn't yet been the type of person that like appreciated like good food yet. Like I was. Like, I'd still be the kid that'd be like, let's go to McDonald's. I want to get a Happy Meal, you know? Like that,
yeah.
like that was good to me. But I went to this place and I was like, holy shit, this is good. This is the best damn food I've ever had. And then it was. Their hot chocolate was amazing. I remember that hot chocolate as the best hot chocolate I've ever had. To this day, and I've been trying to beat it, and I can't do it, and I never will.
No, you'll never have it that good again.
Yeah,
That's how I feel about the mashed potatoes at Bahama Breeze, but in Florida.
But
I could have cried when I ate those mashed potatoes or something.
They were very good.
that's how I feel every time I eat mashed potatoes.
This was like, I don't know what the fuck they put in it, but
do they put French onion dip into it?
I don't know, but it was magical.
Well, there we go, everybody. We made it to the end.
We did it.
A round of applause.
Yay!
Woo! We made it to the end.
Do you ever have a teacher in school that did like a literal round of applause, like clap in a circle?
No.
What?
I mean, we sat in a circle before and probably clapped.
No. Like you clap, but in a circle, like.
Oh
around.
no! Why did you have a teacher that thought of that?
We had a bunch of teachers that thought of that.
It must have just been a thing in your weird town.
Yeah.
Was his name David Koresh?
Nope.
Jesus.
Well,
Jesus, tragic.
There we go. Thanks everybody for listening to the SnakeFistExplosion video game podcast. Leave a comment about what you think would make me a better YouTuber. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Round of applause.
See ya.
Round of applause.